On the darkest night the village had seen in years, a loud cry shattered the silence. "Thief!" someone yelled from deep within the forested edges of the village. The villagers awoke to chaos. By morning, it was discovered, some of the village's sacred harvest had been stolen. Tension was thick, and so was the anger toward whoever had dared to rob them of their hard-earned crops. In the heart of this village was a young girl named Kemi. She was known for her wise eyes and a smile that could melt even the hardest heart. But Kemi's family, once known for its kindness, now faced shame. Her older brother, Connor, had been caught and accused of the theft. Connor didn't deny it, and in his silence, everyone had guilt. "What are we to do?" cried out the village chief. "Stealing from your own people is unforgivable." The villagers were ready to banish Connor, to wipe his name from memory. But Kemi stepped forward, holding her head high. "If we are to cast Connor away, we may as well cast out our own hearts," she said, her voice strong and steady. The crowd murmured, but Kemi continued. "I know my brother has done wrong, but punishment alone does not heal. It leaves only bitterness. I ask, let me show you a better path." The chief stroked his long gray beard, peering down at the young girl. "And what path would you show us, child?" "A path of forgiveness," Kemi replied. The crowd gasped, their voices rising in disbelief. "Forgive a thief? What would we teach our children?" someone yelled. Kemi held up her hand, silencing them. "There is no harm in asking for forgiveness and offering it," she said, her voice soft but firm. "If my brother feels the weight of your anger, will that turn him into an honest man? Or will it simply make him an outcast?" The chief considered this, his gaze heavy on Kemi. "What do you propose, Kemi?" Kemi took a deep breath, her heart pounding. "I will spend the next moon cycle, 28 days, with my brother. Together, we will work to restore what he has taken. We will replant, gather food, and repair any harm he has caused. And in return, I ask only one thing from you." "And what is that?" the chief asked, his curiosity piqued. "Forgiveness," Kemi replied. "Not for his crime, but for him as a person. To allow him back into the fold with a chance to make things right." The crowd was uneasy, but after much debate, they agreed. Some called her foolish, others admired her courage. But no one doubted the strength of her spirit. And so, Kemi and her brother began their work. Every morning, they rose before the sun, gathering wood, tilling the earth, and repairing anything Connor had damaged. Kemi stayed by his side, guiding him with gentle words and encouraging him with her laughter, even as her hands grew blistered and sore. One evening, as they sat by the fire, Connor looked at his sister, his face shadowed by regret. "Why do you stand by me, Kemi?" he asked. "Everyone else sees me as a thief, a failure. Why don't you?" Kemi smiled softly. "You are my brother, Connor. You made a mistake, but that does not mean you are forever wrong. I believe in the good that is still within you." Connor fell silent, his heart heavy with guilt. I don't deserve this kindness," he whispered. "Perhaps not," Kemi said, her voice warm. "But sometimes kindness is given not because we deserve it, but because it is needed." As the days passed, the villagers began to see a change. Connor was no longer the sullen boy they had known. He worked with determination, his shoulders set, his eyes clear. And in him, they saw a glimpse of the man he could become. On the final day, Kemi and Connor walked into the village square, where the chief and all the villagers were gathered. Kemi spoke, her voice strong and clear. "My brother has worked hard to mend what he has broken. He has faced the weight of his actions. And now, we ask not for punishment, but for a place among you once more." The chief looked at Connor, his gaze stern but not unkind. "Connor, do you understand the trust you have broken?" "Yes, Chief," Connor replied, his voice steady. and I will spend the rest of my life earning it back." The chief nodded, and a smile crept across his face. "Then you may return. But remember, trust, like a plant, must be nurtured to grow." The villagers, some still wary, nodded in agreement. Slowly, they began to forgive, if not entirely forget. And as they did, they found their hearts lighter, their burdens eased. The village, once divided by anger, was now bound together by forgiveness. Years later, Kemi's act of courage and kindness became a story told to children under the stars. "Remember, forgiveness is a strength, not a weakness," they would say, echoing Kemi's words. And so, Kemi's lesson lived on, a reminder that even the deepest wounds could heal, given time, love, and the courage to forgive. As for Connell, he grew into a man of great honor, known for his generosity and loyalty to his village. And whenever he looked at his sister, he would remember the girl who, with her gentle heart and fierce spirit, had taught him, and the entire village, the power of forgiveness. If you enjoyed this story, please remember to like the video, and subscribe to our channel, Tales of Africa, for more inspiring stories from the heart of our culture. Your support helps us keep sharing these beautiful tales. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next story.